want to give you guys an analogy. This is something that, if you're trying to explain to your friends on the left, the ones who refuse to listen to any sort of reason, people who have been so utterly brainwashed with hate and fury that they're completely devoid of reasoning and logic. So here's the analogy that I'm going to offer, and then I'll make sure that I conclude with my main point. I want you to imagine a security guard stopping a suspected shoplifter from emptying his pockets to reveal whether or not he shoplifted from a store selling rare comic books. Now, the customers at the store, they're aware that many rare comic books have been shoplifted from this store for several months now. These same customers have been buying those rare comic books on eBay. And while they don't feel too proud about what they're doing, they really want those rare comic books. It's a dream of theirs. For the sake of the argument, let's pretend that there's no malicious intent. They feel bad about what they're doing, but God damn it, they want those rare comic books. So back to the analogy. A security guard sees someone acting suspiciously, and he stops him, just so that nobody puts a stereotype character in their head. Let's say that this person is a white male. I don't want anybody on the left to get triggered in case they listen to this analogy. Nor, if your friends are on the left, it'd be best to make sure that you give them an analogy without stereotyping the most common shoplifter, statistically speaking. But I digress, as always. So, they stop this white male. 2 security guards do it. But then the other patrons, the ones who rarely buy anything, at least not at the store, these same patrons have been buying these comic book novels online for multiple months. And of course they don't want to ask questions. That's not their particular purview. It's a large group of them, maybe like 10, 15, hell, let's even say it's 22. These 22 patrons that have all been buying these rare comic books online at a reduced price, knowing that the same store has been losing these comic books, they decide to harass the security guards for detaining this poor boy. When the security guard tries to force the suspected shoplifter to empty his pockets, to open his jacket, these 22 patrons come to the shoplifter's defense, and they demand that the security guard let him leave. They claim he didn't do anything. Now, none of them saw the person doing anything, and they don't know for sure if this guy is actually shoplifting or if he's the actual shoplifter selling those books on eBay. But goddammit, they know that somehow these books have been getting out of the comic book shop and onto eBay where they can buy them. So they harass the security guard. They try to make a scene. They try to demand that the security guard let him go. They stop the security guard from physically placing his hands on the suspected shoplifter, and when the security guard resists their protests, several of them call the police. Now the police, of course, they don't want to get involved, so they decide to tell the security guards to just let the boy go. police don't want to get involved, not because they think the boy's innocent or they think it's wrong that the security guard does his job, but they just want to collect their pension and they don't want to deal with 22 angry, loudmouthed customers causing trouble. The store owner is also quite frustrated. He demands that the police officer check what they won't let the security guard check. But again, the police officer looks at those 22 loud, aggressive, belligerent patrons, and he looks at the shoplifter, and then he thinks, they're just fucking comic books. Who the fuck cares? It's not my fucking problem. I just want to fucking retire. Did I say fuck 4 times? Good. That means that they won't be able to monetize my fucking video. I digress. So the police officer looks the other way. He lets the boy go. And he says to the shop owner, you guys need to put some cameras around so that you don't have to worry about this next time. It's not my problem if you didn't do it the first time. At the end, a total of, let's just say, $169,000 worth of comic books was lost. And let's just make this a little bit more dramatic. This comic book owner, he was trying to survive under COVID. Lockdowns just went away. And he was open to open up. But now, after all that lost money, he goes out of business. His comic book store is replaced with a fast food Chinese restaurant, a Panda Express, run by Latin American immigrants working in the back. For the record, I'm a Latin American immigrant myself, so don't go around saying I'm racist towards immigrants. Anyways, now that you guys have this vivid analogy in your head, I want you to imagine someone who believes their election system, which is being accused of voter fraud, is so honest. Nothing in the election can be contested. And even when 22 other states sue to stop another state, Texas, from suing, and not suing anything within the lawsuit, but suing to stop Texas from suing. They think that election is honest? Imagine being the cuck who supports that sort of behavior from their elected constituents. They're not suing Texas because they want to argue the allegations Texas made. They want to sue to stop Texas from being able to make the allegations. Does that mean that they're afraid they'd actually lose the lawsuit? Does that actually mean that they're afraid Texas might win the lawsuit? Does that mean that through Texas going through with this lawsuit, it might mean that there might be some sort of other discovery of voter fraud in these other 22 states? These are questions that we could only find out if Texas succeeds with that lawsuit. If somebody was accusing me of shoplifting, I would certainly like people to know that I did not do that. At the very least, for my own integrity. Now, this isn't the same argument as people who go and push for, oh, the Patriot Act, the Patriot Act. Oh, if you're not hiding anything, blah, blah, blah. No. People saw you doing something fucking suspicious. And they want to know what the fuck is going on. And so they're suing to be able to investigate. And these 22 other states have decided to try and stop them from investigating. Our constitutional republic is in a massive crisis. Be you a Democrat, be you a liberal, be you a retarded communist, we are in a crisis. These people who you think support you, they are not your friends. If they had to cheat to win an election, then what does this tell you about what else they do? If they have to stop other states from suing to investigate in an election, then what does this tell you about what they're willing to do if the tables are ever turned? Make sure you let your friends know this if you have any idiot lefty friends. Make sure you understand that this is what happened in the Weimar Republic before that dark time came. This is similarly what happened in Soviet Russia before Soviet Russia came. This is what happened before the French Revolution, just before they started cutting people's heads off. History repeats itself. It rhymes in a circle. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and please share this video if you like what I've said here. And please make sure to follow me on BitChute and Rumble. I'm doing my best to expand my library there. I'm not looking for any money, but if you would like to contact me privately, I am willing to accept Bitcoin and PayPal.